No, it's still saying it's doing this thing. I guess it'll be okay. I did. Yes, I did. Then it stopped. Oh, well, hell. Oh, you say what now? Oh, okay. Well, one thing I can say is I'm close to it. See here. Okay, it's working. Of course, I have to apologize to. This is my second time to do this live feed thing, so you're gonna have to bear with me. Some people chop my neck off. I guess because the video wasn't right, or it wasn't this way, or wasn't that way. So I'm gonna say again, I'm not a photographer or a video analyst or whatever. I'm just doing the best that I can. So um, I got some things that I need to get done though before I even set this video up. I didn't get to get everything done the way I wanted to. So what I'm gonna do today, right now, is I just put another motor together. Um, this is a 15. It's a 15. I think it's 1507 stroker motor. So I got it together yesterday, and I need to. I had already started this engine, but I need to. Do a little valve work on it as far as shim. I just hear. I want to do just a little bit of shimming, and so I'm going to try to set this camera up on this motor. Better set it up. Let's see if it'll sit there. Yeah, it'll sit there, won't it? So see if it'll follow me over here to this motor. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. I think that'll work, right? Now it's wanting to do its own thing. So see if it. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to set this up so that everybody can see me even play around with this motor. Now, only thing I can say is I'm gonna be talking and having a little fun, but this is not something that I could just be sitting down and. Needless to say, when I do get something going, now somebody else needs something. Yeah, this Willis. What's up, big boy? Yeah, man. You know how that is, man. You gonna be around for your phone for about next hour or so. Yeah, I'm gonna call you. I'll call you in just a little bit. All right. All right. All right. So I just got this together. I did fire it already. It sounds like to me, it's probably gonna be okay to somebody else. I actually think it's okay, but to me, I just want to do it better. So I'm not going to have a whole lot of verbal conversation going on because you're going to see me. I'm getting ready to take the cams out of this motor. I'm going to take the cams out real quick, do some shimming on it, and then I'm going to put it back up in here. So this is going to be a good little. It's going to take me a while to do this. So kick back if you're watching and enjoy yourself. I really want to try to get this up here where everybody can see. Okay, there we go. Okay. It got me again. Done some super duper catching. I was able to catch that thing in midair before it fell and destroyed something. So see if it'll get me back over here. Yes, it will. Now, I didn't know this live feed. Like I said, I'm not no video photographer and all that good stuff. So maybe people bear with me. I might be able to get this thing set up the correct way, the way I want it. But I got to be careful. I move it too much. It wants to do its own thing. Let's see if that'll work. Okay. I got to get to work. This is why I don't. This is all right to do, but good Lord. Okay. Okay, that's good enough. I'm now finding out how difficult it is unless you got a studio that you're gonna set up to do this. I don't have time for that. So get some tools together here. I'm gonna pull the I'm gonna take the cams out of here real quick and re-shim some of this here and get everything I need for my shim. So that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know how much people are gonna be able to see of this, but anyway, I'm getting down because I got some things that I need to do. So now if you're gonna expect a whole lot of commentating and all that, yeah, you might get some, but you're not gonna get a whole lot unless I find out something to talk about as I'm going. But this is not a big. This is not a big major deal to do if you. I tell people all the time, you know, if you have the tools and the things to do it, this is not really a hard thing to do, but you got to. I tell anybody just have a little faith in yourself. You can do this. You can do this stuff. I don't know if some people don't agree with me as far as I say in the video world or not, but you can do this. There it is. I might move too fast for this thing because this thing here, if I move over there, it gets stuck somewhere else, and if I move somewhere else, it gets stuck. But getting back to it, I show as much of this as I can because a person, I mean, if you have a little bit of mechanic ability and you want to, of course, I wouldn't be practicing on anything like this because this would be a costly adventure if you did damage something. But as far as having fun, you gotta like you gotta more than like it. You gotta love this, because this is something difficult to do. So first of all, let me go ahead and get this bad baby. Get this here top dead center. Oh shit. What I need to do, get these spark plugs out of here. That make this a lot easier. If you don't, and that's the only thing I could tell a person is, which I say this religiously, have when you start off on this, just make sure you have the right tools that make it, I mean, it'll make it easy to do this, to get it done. Have your right tools, and like I say, I gotta be paying attention to what I'm doing, because you take these cams and stuff out of here. I've got them pretty much set. I know where I want them, and I'll, ain't really a whole lot to be commentating about, but you'll see as I get more and more in depth into it that this is you gotta take your time. This stuff is a little bit technical. And I'll say a lot technical, because once you learn it and you figure out what you're doing, then you can say, it's not technical. But prior to that, oh goodness. So some of this I will do, but I don't have the time to slow down and say, well, hey, I'm gonna do this. But I'll tell you what I'm doing as I go. Like I said before, I already done fired this motor once. I listened to it. Sounds good, but I want to re-shim. I think it's number 6. When I had it running, I could listening through that. And number 6 is got a little bit more chatter than what I like. So long story short, I'm gonna pull these cams up out of here, and I'm gonna re-shim this motor real quick. Now, what I would tell somebody that's novice at this, you can take anything, anything. Just, since this motor's together, I could stick this in here and I'll watch this ride. And I'm gonna get this motor back to top dead center before I do anything. So, and I can tell a little bit by my rod going up. So my rod's up. Of course, anybody that know motor is doing it. Check where your cams is, because I want these bad babies that setting. So let me. I'm gonna play with it just a little bit, because you know how you get a motor together, and us that are doing this, we know that top dead center always don't mean top dead center by what it says on the, as far as on your crank here. So let me back this bad boy up. Yep. Like me, since I had this motor apart, I've marked this motor on the inside here to where I'm doing perfect top dead center instead of, and I've got it marked on the inside. So I stick this in here and I'll center this motor up just a little bit, and then I'm gonna lock it in place with this so that this motor does not move around at all. Well, I got it out, even though I know where I'm supposed to be on my cam chain and on my cams. I know where I'm supposed to be. That's going to be hard to explain over this camera thing, but you know that by, I'm gonna set this, we know that by when we take them apart. So get this thing right at top dead center perfectly by my setting. Okay. So I know now my motor, I know now just by looking at her, I know my motor top dead center. Okay. So that's first thing that you would do, or I do even before I take the cams out of a motor. I put that bad baby at top dead center. And now I'm even getting ready to do what I call index my cam chain. So I can put, I'm gonna even index my cam chain. So I can put, because I know this motor starts, I know it runs, so I don't upset it and I don't have to go counting links and all that good stuff. I actually clean this chain off and I'm gonna index this cam chain. And then indexing this chain, only thing I need to do is line it and the cams back up with all my index points, and boom, I can put this bad baby right back together. Okay. So I set this motor at top dead center. I'm gonna index my cams and my cam chain. I'm gonna go ahead and take and get, I'm gonna go ahead and get these cams out of here. Now I'll tell anybody you can, video lost me again. I'm over here. And how did it get way over there? I do not know. Yeah, how it got over there, I don't know. I don't even know what it. This is looking at my refrigerator or something. Maybe I got too much other stuff going on for it. But anyway, moving on. You see me, I use a power tool powering some of this out. Don't use a power tool powering these bolts in. You can power them out using a power tool, but I would tell you don't use a power tool trying to power it in. That's not good. That's not a good idea. That's not a good idea at all. So let's see here what I need. Make sure that thing, here it goes. Yeah, it's back to, yeah, I'll use power tool powering some of this stuff out, but there's no way I use power tool powering it in. That's not a good idea. Most mechanics want to feel, like me, I like to feel the torque. I pretty much got it down where it needs to be. So I kind of like to feel that torque. When I make sure all my indexes are right. Yep. Cams is, yep. So what I like to do is sit my my valve cover, cam cover, whichever one you want to call it. I normally sit it right down in front of me, and all my nuts and bolts, I put in there. You'll see that I take these out in a certain pattern. Most everybody got their own way of taking these out, but I take them out in this pattern right here. That way it don't bend or twist up, because there's pressure. Of course, there's valve spring pressure on this. So see how that took all the pressure out? They just sit up in the air, nice and smooth. It wasn't all binded up. So nice and neat. Nice and neat. Nice and neat. And that's that. This bad boy, she's putting down some oil. But that's something she's gonna have to deal with. There's oil sitting all up in top where your cams is. I check my index spots again. They all look good. Still, let me get the back. Probably teach some people some things that you don't have to. This cam chain adjuster, I just loosen this bad baby up. You really don't have to pull this out. You just loosen him up just to take enough pressure off of the take enough pressure off the cam chain. Get that chain sunk down, and boom. I had taken this apart last night, so That's why you didn't see me measure it. I took this apart last night, actually when I was putting it together. And when I was shimming it all, I had looked at a couple of the shims and I marked down what was good, what wasn't good. And so I know it basically already what needs to go up and what needs to go down as far as my shim. So I'm only going to put, I know where I'm at already on that. And I know, like I said, kind of what I want to put in here. So this here ain't, it's not going to be hard to do here. So exhaust number 3. Last night, exhaust number 3. 1, 2, 3. Exhaust number 3. Since you needed to go up. So I got 280. 280. Let's find 282. 280. 78. 282. 282. Okay. 282. You can't see. Yeah, you don't need to worry about it. I'm raising it from 280 to 282. Make sure you check up under your bucket. Make sure it ain't nothing in your bucket. From 280 to 282. Let me write that down. And that's the reason why I'm writing them down, what I'm changing to and where I changed it from, because it's saving me a whole lot of time. It's at 280. I just took it up to 282. It saved me a lot of time if I have to do this again. I can just look at my piece of paper. I know it was on exhaust. I know it's on the exhaust side, and I know I count my valves as. So like right now, I'm working on my exhaust side. So from number 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, the one I'm working on is exhaust, and it's number 3. So I'm on the exhaust side, 1, 2, 3. So it made it easier. And that's the way I write it down on my paper. When I first started off, I had all of it. Exhaust 1 through 8, intake 1 through 8. And as I went and was changing shims, when I got the motor shimmed to where it needed to be, then boom, I cross it, I exit off my list. I don't have to go back to it anymore. Well, from last night, the only 3 that I knew, because I want to get the motor. I'll just say this: I wanted to get the motor where I need it, right where I want it to be. The motor ran fine. It just a little bit. It would have been fine to go anywhere, to run, do whatever. I just want it to be a little. I'm trying to get the perfection out of it. So right now, I'm just trying to get the perfection out of it. So that's where I'm at. And so where I heard that I don't like it, it was perfect. I didn't even look at my sheet again this morning, but I didn't like the way number 6 sound. And I said that before I took off the video. I go get my sheet and I look at my sheet, and sure enough, I got on here intake number 6 and number 8 need to go up. So they're perfectly fine, but me from last night, and so I started the motor and I could listen and I could hear, and it was 6 and 8 in there, and sure enough, it's number 6 by my paper from last night. And so I'll check that shim in there, And that's why you do them. I like to do them like this, one at a time. And I set them shims down and I do my numbers and everything all one at a time. I'm not, when I'm normally doing my shims, I'm not in a hurry. So this shim, this was in number 6, is saying 285. So let's see what I got, 285, and that's in number 6 intake. 285. Let's see what I got. I only got 290s there. 280 there. 285. 82s. 285. 285. Here's a 2. 285. 285. 285. Right? 285. Yep. I'm gonna bump it up 3. Go 288. Go 288 on that bad boy. Bump it up 3. Okay. So now the way I'll keep track of it. I was at 285 for number 6. 285. I just bumped that bad boy to 288. All right. That take care of intake 6 and intake number 8. Intake number 8. This shim here is 282. 282. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bump it 3. The 285 that I took out over there, I was at 282. Let me put that 85 right here in number 8. Boom. That's it. Marking. He was at 282, and I took him to 285. All right. And that's how easy that was. You keep track of this like that. I didn't have to do a whole lot of hard work or anything. That was easy. Easy peasy. And that's how quick and easy it was to change them shims if you keep track. Don't get carried away. Try to do it. You can't get carried away and do a drastic change. What I just done was not really a drastic change. I know it should have been close. So, boom, that's it. Check everything. Now, before I start back, first thing I'm going to check is, yep, I still got it locked in, top dead center, so I know I can set these cams. I can take these cams now and set these bad babies right back in there because I already done indexed them. I know where they need to be. So, there you go. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I can set these bad babies. Damn, they're right back in there. Because I done indexed these and I know exactly where they need to be. Okay. She's sitting in there. And like I say, there ain't no hurry. Don't be in no hurry doing this. Take your time. Take your time. This should be, if you work on motors, this should be fun. Because the reward is when that bad baby fire up and you got them set right and she don't give you no trouble. No trouble. And like I said, if you take your time, you set that up. See, with my motor and everything, boom, now I can check my indexes on them cams where I indexed it. Boom, that bad baby's just right. Save me a whole lot of time and a whole lot of trouble. There's some little, that's what I'm looking for. There's some little spacers on here. There's 2 of them on each cam, under them cam covers. Make sure them bad babies are in there. And you good to go. On the intake cam, they set on the back. On the exhaust cam, there's 2 of them. They set in the front. Make sure your cams is lined up, and that's it. Now, just like I said, you remember I said you seen me power the cam bolts out. Do not power your cam bolts in. Not a good idea, okay? Do not power those cam bolts in because things can go wrong. So it's better just to take your time, because now you see how my time slowed down a little bit. I'm trying to talk to this camera system, and it's better for me just to slow my time down because everything that I'm doing now is critical, real critical. And you don't want to destroy something after all that hard work on your engine. Like me, this whole entire motor, I just put it together, and you don't want to destroy your work. So there's nothing wrong with spending that extra little bit of time, and just like that. See, talking to these machines like this, you got to realize you got to double check everything, and like I say, don't get carried away while you're working on your engine for a YouTube video. That's what I want to say. Because you get carried away trying to do a YouTube video and forget where you need to be. It's like in this case, don't tie this cam chain down to these cams and that thing jump. I'll double check them because I index them, but you'd be in some real trouble. And now this is what I was talking about. A lot of people do this different ways because you can. I like to pick out where I know that the camshaft, as far as my nose of my cam, is sitting down on the cap. And in some places it's different, but that's make it easier to deal with the spring pressure on your cams. So that's what I'm doing now. As you see what I'm doing, I'm trying to make sure that this cam cap goes down where the heaviest part of where those springs is, and go down evenly. So like that, I know just from hearing the little sound that I could hear, I'm good over there. But see how I can't get this one here in? See, there's spring pressure right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and tighten them two down just enough. Get them evened out just enough. So like that one there won't go, it won't get in there. I know to go to this one right here. See my cam cover now coming back to me? That's because I got it on top of, it's on top of that cam lobe. So these two right here, I can take the whole pressure off of this cap by getting these four. And then I'll get these four walked down where they need to be. I'm looking, you can look at the cam cover, the cam cap, and actually see. Get them bad babies walked down, and they'll walk that whole cam down. See, those four done walk that whole cam down, but you don't tighten them up all the way. You get to the cam done walk down in there. No biggie. No biggie. Get you some good spinner tools like this, and it'll make this a nice, convenient thing. Some people have their own way of doing this, and they'll have to maybe check. I normally know how tight I need to be by what my thumb tells me on this. I've done so many. I know where my thumb is telling me, that's about, 12 foot-pounds of torque. And so I'm really torquing this down with my thumb. Some people put their whole shoulder and whatever else turning with, and that's how you end up snapping one of these off. Okay. All right. There we go. See, I'm back to my thumb. I'm doing that with my thumb. Thumb will tell me where that bad baby at, so I don't get carried away and get something broken off in there. All right. So that got all of them down. And put my top guide on up here. Gotta be careful on these bolts right here. These, it's in the top of there. You're spinning that into aluminum, and it don't take a whole lot of pressure to put these on. Make sure there's a little washer down in there. Yep. On both of those. Make sure you got those washers in there. Okay. Tighten that cam chain tensor up. When this cam chain tensor tighten it up, if you look, you see your cams and your cam chain. They should be going back into position, and they should be stay seated. And that's why I indexed them, so I could see that they seated back up on the index. So that baby's up there. Okay. All right, she's still locked in. So I'm gonna unlock this engine off top dead center. Had that piston locked up there on top dead center so she didn't move around while I was doing everything else. Now I should be able to rotate this motor. And these cams stay right on. Shouldn't be no big deal. My indexes are good. So okay. So I know it's good there. Let me rotate it back here. Yep. Okay. Now put this bad baby back on index. The top dead center by my, so I can see what I got going on, baby. Okay. She indexed up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Now I'm gonna check the clearance real quick. Check the clearance on these babies. Okay. All right. So, no bad babies is good. The ones I've just put in. Let me check this other side because I just put in that 6 and 8. Or the 8. Put in that 8. That 8's good over there. And now I'm going to check that 6. Check that 6. Okay. Check this bad boy out. Check the other side. I changed what did I change over there? 3. Okay. That was good. Let's go with. Okay. I tightened up that 6 and that 8. Yep. All right, let me put this bad baby back up here. And that's how, basically, simple that was to change most of that. A little oil out of there. Oil everywhere. And the last thing I do is I check, make sure nothing went down in that bad boy. My pen is at. Yep, pen's in the right. It's all in the right spot. Okay, let's put this back on here. Let me see here. Saying that got 20% of battery left on this. So let me see what I need to do here. Give me some. I'm gonna get battery power, and I got that thing in there, but hopefully it'll last till just hopefully it'll make it. Yeah, 20% of battery. Probably won't touch it with my glove and oil. Let's see if I can. Okay, there you go. All right, so that was kind of simple change. Like I say, down to the nitty gritty of doing this. Don't power this stuff back in. You can power it out, but don't power this stuff back in, because gotta be able to feel this stuff go in there and tighten down. You won't. Things can just go wrong by taking power tools and powering this stuff back down. Put it back in there by hand, and you can feel it. You can feel this thing. Okay. I got. Okay. These gloves. Got these gloves all messed up there. Should fire up. I got a little oil everywhere down here on the exhaust. Clean some of this up before this thing cooks. Fired up with all that thing gonna smoke. It's gonna smoke. Smoke's gonna get everywhere. That pipe has got some oil done ran down the front of the motor out of the cover. A lot of people don't know that the cams, I don't know how much oil the average person think those cams hold. I would say each one of them cams is probably holding, I don't know, 4 or 5 ounces of oil. Once the motor start up and it's get pumped through it, well, when you take those cams out, them things squirt oil everywhere. So, and then the valleys inside the cam in the top of the motor, on top of the head, those valleys be full of oil too, where the cams, they actually ride down in that oil. So when you take it apart like this, there's some oil that gets everywhere. So clean a little bit of that off before I try to start this thing and see. Make sure that's good. Make sure that's good. But I think we're okay. Okay. All right. Let me spray a little bit of this off here. You got oil. Still working there? Yeah. It's still working. Spray some of this off. It's got oil everywhere. But this is a, is this 1507? 1507. So let's fire this thing up here before my let's bring this over here. Okay, right there. Matter of fact, I probably better hold this thing in my hand. It wants to stay on me, though, don't it? I'm gonna try to fire this thing up. Okay, yep, this is a 1507. I'm gonna fire this thing up. Hopefully it don't ravel off the stand here. So. But that's it. It's not as easy as it looked. You got to learn some things to do that. But big dog up and ready. So anyway, I'm gonna shut down this whatever they call it. I see. Y'all can tell I'm confused when it comes to this camera equipment stuff. So probably gonna buy something else and do something different. But for right now, I like investing money in motors. I ain't trying to invest a whole lot of money in no damn camera system. So anyway, that's it. If you've seen something you don't know or whatever, it's harder than what it. I'll just say this: if you got the right tools and you got the right mindset, you got to be patient. I really, be honest with you, I didn't like doing it in front of a camera system because it did put me in a little bit of a rush trying to get things. So I really didn't care for that part. But another good thing is too, got got people out here that's always criticizing their, and I go to this on all videos on anything because it's a sad thing that you have people um, criticizing whether somebody built this or not, or whether this here was like this, or whether that. I'll just be straight up honest. as a let me just be hell. I'm just gonna be honest. As a black man that does this, 90% of my critics and criticizers and haters, they're the blacks. Now, some people might get mad at me, but really, I mean, that's just the truth. And that's why it's so hard for us in black business. So a lot of people only know from me from this here stuff, and they're knowing more now because I'm doing stuff like this. But honestly, I'm not doing any of this to get business. I'm doing it because if I can show somebody how to put something together, don't bring it to me. I'm tired. I got my funds coming in, and that's bragging. I done worked my I don't work my I don't work my tail off. So I got mine coming in. If I can help somebody do something because I like doing it, I'll do it. If they don't, then I don't give a damn. But my biggest critics are the black folks. That's just the way it is, and it's sad that it's that way. But that's another reason why I started doing it like this. Whoever out there criticizing, and I don't call it criticizing, I call it hating. let's get down to the real word, the haters. I do the damn thing. It is what it is. And so I got me a good group of guys that I run around with, that I build stuff for them. And that's that. I mean, sure, this motor here is leaving. It's fella seen me in Florida. And you see, a couple of weeks ago, I just priced out an engine. And long story short, I got people interested. But I've got to know them. I'm not. A guy called me. Matter of fact, a guy called me first thing this morning, 8 o'clock, and he wants to get an engine done. He says he's out of Indianapolis, is what he told me. Now, anybody know? All up in Ohio, in Vance and Hines, right there. You can go right over there. You want you a real motor. Now I say this in all my videos. Now I'm Facebooking it. Vance and Hines is over there. You want to go KOG, and because that's the fastest grudge racing organization I've ever been to. All these other people say, yeah, we go grudge race. Go down there to KOG. KOG got motorcycles. They got street bikes that run over most so-called grudge. Man, them motorcycles is fast. You want motorcycles that run like that? The big boys is there. Now, this guy that was in Indianapolis, he saw me, and he said, at KOG, and he said, I seen you riding a GN3. He says, all these other people running around talking about how fast these he said, I seen you and your wife running GN3s. He said the slowest pass I probably seen y'all run was at least an 8.8, and y'all was running them back to back. He said your wife came up there, even the announcer had to say at some point in time, she's getting her money's worth, because she was going down the track, turn around, and I told her, I said, let the bike cool down. She said, it'll cool down when I stop at the trail. I said, oh, Lord. Long story short, that's what I like to build. I love it. I love bracket bikes. I love it. I go to KOG because I'm not fast enough. I go to KOG because I want to see them young boys go fast. I don't weigh 120 pounds. I need a gorilla motor to run one of them. I need to spend $5,000 more. If they spend 5, I got to spend 10 to run with them. And I'm not going on no diet. If you come to my trailer, you ribs, coleslaw, mashed potatoes, corn on the cob, fried fish, crab legs. When I go somewhere, I sit down and I eat. You think I'm trying to lose 10 pounds, 15 pounds? And in my case, I weigh 215. I can't run with them boys. Look at here. I'm telling the world, I can't run with the boys. Y'all want that type of motor and that type of service, you have to pay for it. Vance and Hine can do it for you. Everybody's seen Rodney Wolford down there. You've seen Wheeler Racing. Wheeler Racing, that boy got some of the fastest, them 460 bikes. My God. So you got Wheeler Racing there. You have the Willis Motorsports. He got some of them fast turbo bikes and grudge bikes. Wheeler Racers got them. DME. Now everybody knows DME. He's standing down there. Go down there and talk to Andy. Andy will build you a motor. Andy ain't got, I'm telling you right now, I know one thing for sure. Andy ain't got no problem building you a motor. You might have to buy one of them $10,000 frames with it, but did you hear me just say that? A $10,000 frame. I can afford it. But man, my heart won't let me do it. Because I say, instead of spending 10, what if I just go on and lose 35 pounds? You think I'm going to stop eating my ribs, cornbread? Man, you hear how I name off food like that? Man, man, I ain't doing that. I'm going to stay 215 and stay on my damn bracket bike. Anyway, well, man, I'm getting off into some crazy stuff. Anyway, y'all just seen me do this. And I told you the truth, really. I do it because of the haters. People criticize. We need to get right amongst ourselves. And I just told y'all 2 businesses, Willis Motorsports and Wheeler Racing. Y'all go check them boys out. Y'all want to go fast? That's 2 boys that got the game and they doing it. And there's some more out there. What's the other one? The WMS? Come on, man. Y'all see how fast WMS bikes is? You got who riding with Kill Bill? I can't remember who. But them boys is flying. Man, I see Kill Bill. He went so fast, snatched his mama wig off, and she was at home watching TV. She said, man, my wig just flew off. That means my boy is flying. Hey. You need me for something? No. Oh, it said it was low. Batteries. I'm on here talking stuff. Nah, my battery said it's low. I'm trying to wear it out. But anyway, that gave you a little idea of what I do, how we do things. And if anybody's seen something that they seen on there they don't understand, then call me. Before I let you spend money with me, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to shoot you a video. If somebody call me right now on the telephone or hit me on here and say, man, I want you to video everything that you just done and how you done it and how you said it close up, I'll do it. Because I want you to learn it yourself. Because if you learn it yourself, you don't have to pay me and you don't have to pay nobody else. That's the way I am. Don't make me no difference. So anyway, this is Charles at Willis Racing. Y'all just seen what I done with the big dog here. And I got 2 or 3 more coming. I got to get this one off the stand because I got a couple more coming. But this here's a 1507 simple motor. Simple motor. 1507, just a simple motor. So anyway, as I say in all my videos or whatever, oh, this is live time. I'll see y'all next time I do a live time. I'm trying to get my camera equipment better, but I doubt it because I ain't wasting no money on camera equipment. So if you're watching me, you can keep on commenting about I can't see you. It did that, whatever. I might get some good equipment, but I doubt it. Anyway, bye-bye. Let's see. I'm done with that, baby.